Look,
What?
look. Let's talk about fucking Dante Martin, okay? The kid is not a tough guy. He is not a fucking tough guy.
He
needs to
gets
stop acting
hype.
like he's a tough guy.
He
needs to
gets
stop
hype
acting
for
like
his
he's a fucking
interest.
tough guy, dude.
But he's
Look, he
light
needs to
skinned
stop.
and loves Jesus.
Yeah, and he's from Minnesota. So I mean, what do we know about Minnesota tough guys, right? We've got
bathed in the waters of
Mr.
Lake
Perfect, Rick Rude, John Nord. Let's see, Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne, right? Let's see, who else we got? The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, Larry the Axe Hennig.
Right. Larry
Yeah.
Axe
Oh wait, who doesn't know those
even
guys?
Ken Patera.
Ken Patera, right? And
oh,
also,
hey, you keep that jailbird out of here.
You might be tearing up a damn McDonald's with Saito, damn you.
Man.
But also Prince, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, you got all
Prince
of the AWA superstars, and then you got Prince, the fucking funk master himself. So
Prince a tough motherfucker.
Dante Martin kind of falls in the middle.
In the middle, he's not in the last.
In the middle, just
like Maren Morris
and the rest.
Okay.
and Zeb.
Okay.
The middle.
Hey, you know who can't know all those names in that state? Parker Boudreaux. He cannot.
Yo. Let's not start talking about fucking Parker Boudreaux. Look, this motherfucker was asked. This motherfucker was asked by someone very prominent.
Billy Gunn.
What do you know about Minnesota wrestling? He said, well, I'm from Minnesota. What do you know about Minnesota wrestling? I know Brock Lesnar. What about Kurt Hennig, Larry the Axe Hennig? Who are they?
Okay.
What?
Yes. Also,
the destroyer of gods, ladies and gentlemen.
How old is he?
He's like 26, 27.
Okay, he's 27, right?
I'm 28. I know
you can okay. Somebody that plays guitar, right? In this age at 28, and you go Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, and whoop, right over the head. Okay,
know, bro.
I mean, I'm not defending it.
There's a girl at my work. There's a girl at my work that she's 24 years old, and she said her very favorite fucking person ever was Eric Clapton, and she's the one that told me, "Do you know what Prince said about Eric Clapton?" I said, "What is that?" He said Prince was being interviewed, and he said, "How does it feel being the greatest guitarist in the world?" He said, "I don't know. Ask Eric Clapton." So if Prince can fucking say that, yeah. Parker Boudreaux, the destroyer of gods, can destroy these nuts in his mouth.
Hey,
just saying.
I mean, that might be a gimmick.
If Ric Flair is still out here selling Woo Wings, I'm sure that Parker Boudreaux.
Yo, Jay said it right. Jay said it right. Look at this. Look. No excuse. When you sign to the WWE Network, instantly you can fucking find Dusty Rhodes. You can find superstar Billy Graham.
Okay.
So you can't be like, I don't know nothing about old wrestling.
Okay. If there's a 27, 28-year-old that is brought up in 10 years of Roman Reigns, right? And you expect him to know greats, like actually like Roman Reigns, and tell him about a Mr. Perfect. Like if you knew, look, here's the deal. If you knew Mr. Perfect, Vern Gagne, Luthez, the Briscoes, the Funks, like the Hearts, any of it, and you go to Roman Reigns and you're like, yay, win! No, it's lost. It's all lost. It's all lost. Okay, so
well, speaking of all that,
again, if you dig it, if you dig the Roman, you can understand Parker.
You can start to understand. My son knows who the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase is. You know why?
Because you raised him right.
Because I showed you. And I was like, don't ever let that happen to you. Don't ever let someone kick your basketball while you're trying to make that money.
Damn right. But that, I mean,
for doing that.
I love those nuggets, bro.
But also,
he was awesome, bro.
A certain person in Battle Creek, Michigan, also kissed the $1 million man's feet, and fuck, he was a world champion less than 20 years later. So I'm just saying. Also, pay your taxes, motherfucker.
Not only that,
microtransactions your shit, DiBiase. Because you're jobbing to the state of Mississippi.
I always wondered, like, if Rob Van Dam got free Kellogg's.
You know what? I wouldn't have much respect for Rob Van Dam because he got Impact kicked off of Twitch because he had a freaking orgy in a hot tub. I'm like,
Also,
all right.
Let me tell you about Rob Van Dam.
Also,
I'm gonna tell you
making
guys
an
a personal
impact on
story about
Twitch
Rob
is
Van Dam.
meth, right?
Yeah.
Tell you right now, Rob Van Dam he lived in California, lived in San Pedro, California for a long
What do you
time.
mean,
Friends with Louis
dude?
Spicoli.
Rob Van Dam.
I lived in San Pedro and I met Louis Spicoli one time, breast training, right? Rob Van Dam lived like down the hill from us in San Pedro. This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy used to train at this gym out in Stanton, California with the late great Foob Dog. Okay. I went and trained out there with them one time. Bro, we walked in that building. There was nothing but them smoking weed for hours.
Are they still
hours,
stealing
bro. I was like,
from the neighboring towns? They're like running like one big extension cord over to Stanton, power the whole city.
Exactly. They ran like this little bitty shed in Stanton, bro. I was like, Foob Dog, Rob Van Dam, and Samoa Joe. Bro, we went there to go train with them. Me, Sexy Chino, and my little brother LTP. We to go train with them, bro. Walked in that building. They were like, y'all smoke weed? We were like, no.
Yeah, smoke weed.
Y'all gonna learn today.
You're about to.
Y'all gonna learn today, motherfucker.
Who would have wanted to smoke
I can truly
weed
say
with Rob
I
Van
smoked
Dam?
weed with Rob Van Dam and Samoa Joe. Rest in peace, Foob Dog. So let's get to this craziness that is this weekend in wrestling. We got tomorrow afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. Before we get into the festivities, hold up. I want to say a moment of silence for Jeep Swenson. He's dead, y'all. He died back in 1996.
Oh,
God
he
damn.
played Bane in the Batman movies.
Oh shit.
Wait, not the newest one.
Everyone knows Bane.
What are you talking about, Batman?
Shut up, Batman.
No, not that one.
Batman, why
I
you
will
such a
break
bitch?
you.
The Holy Rusted Metal Batman. Those
Oh
movies.
shit. Oh my god.
Yes. Oh yeah.
With a spinning
Yeah,
bat,
Hulk
Batman.
Hogan, Dave Boy Smith, and James Caan gave eulogies at his funeral.
Wow.
He was an
Rest in
avid
peace, James
user of
Caan.
steroids.
Fuck,
Oh,
rest in
shit.
peace, James Caan, dude. Tough guy.
Because of this, he
Wait,
reportedly
James
could
Caan
not
died?
take a shower properly, put on a
Yes.
shirt, or walk upstairs.
James
I
Caan
just
died
saw
like
a
4
movie
months
with
ago.
him.
He just died like 4 months ago.
I just saw a movie with him, and man, it was like he
died
was at a
4 months
retirement
ago.
home, and he looked all decrepit and
Him
shit.
and Morgan Freeman?
No. They were at an old folks home, and he I think Jane Curtin from Third Rock and SNL was in it. Jesus, Loretta Devine was in it. Jesus, what's the chick from Grumpy Old Men? Jack Lemmon's chick. She danced with Elvis back in the day. God, I'm blanking on her name. It's just a redhead. Damn it! But I just saw them in a movie, and I also saw a movie with like Anne Heche, and it starts out the movie. Their
Rest in
barn
peace, Anne
dies.
Heche.
It's touchy subject,
Hey,
but
she died.
also.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Shit.
I just yeah, I know she did die. But also, like it the movie started out with her being married to Trace Adkins, and their barn dies, and it looked eerily similar to what would happen that would basically succumb.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go.
Look, this is getting pretty grim. Let's fucking talk about something else. Let's talk about something that's gonna be really grim.
Undertaker!
This weekend in wrestling, because goddamn, we got Clash at the Castle tomorrow.
Song called Endo Smoke.
We got Clash at the Castle tomorrow. We got the Undisputed Championship.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this shit up here on the screen, just so everybody will know, because I don't want to be the one telling all this shit here. Look, we got Clash at the Castle. If you look at the scrolling down there, we got Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns defends the title against Drew effing McIntyre. Shayna Baszler challenges Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Shayna
Dakota Kai, Bailey, and Io Sky take on Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss in a 6-woman tag team match. Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther, aka Walter, versus Sheamus in the hardest hitting match on the whole fucking show. And Edge and Rey Mysterio take on the Judgment Day. But in the match that everyone is excited about is, hey Matt, you still there? Want to talk about families? Let's talk about your family. Oh right, you don't have one because they fucking left you. Matt Riddle versus fucking Seth Seth, I'm gonna fucking shit on your family, Rollins.
Seth,
Jesus Christ, bro. That was the
fucking
hottest
over
promo
your family.
ever. Hottest promo ever. He fucking shit on him so bad, bro. But we got Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. And this is gonna be a pretty good this card is decent.
It's looking
decent.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Decent.
Papa
It's
A.
decent.
Papa
It's decent. Because I'm gonna talk about
Papa A.
not just this, but we'll come back and talk about this card in a second. But the card that is really, really over the top, star-studded, the NXT Worlds Collide Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Braun
Oh
Breaker
my
versus
God.
Tyler Bate to unify the NXT UK and NXT World Championship. Mandy Rose, Mika Sakamura, and Blair Davenport in a triple threat women's match to unify the NXT Women's and the NXT UK Women's Championship match.
Once
Carmelo
again,
Hayes.
showing up with nothing to contribute.
Exactly.
No,
Carmelo
that's
Hayes, he never
That's
missed.
false.
Hold on. Carmelo Hayes never missed taking on Ricochet for the NXT North American Championship and the TikTok Tag Team. That's right. I'm not going to call her Katana Chance. The TikTok Tag Team defend the NXT Women's Tag Team belts against Nikki, almost a superhero, Nikki ASH, and Piper Niven, not
I'm
Doudrop.
sorry. Why do you call them the TikTok tag team?
He's
Go on
always
TikTok.
been called-
Glasses, whatever, versus Pretty Deadly versus the Creed Brothers versus Josh Briggs and Brooke
That's gonna be
Jensen
a fire
for the
tag match.
NXT Unified NXT and NXT UK Tag Team Championships. Now,
That's gonna be
Julian,
fire.
It's a
Now, Julie.
fatal four-way elimination match. We got 4 teams. 2 of them are showing up with nothing.
I love it.
They're all
The show
in
to
a
the barbecue.
feud.
The show to the barbecue
it's
without
like-
even paper plates.
I was
Not even
like-
ice. Not even
I
ice.
was like, hey,
Not even Dixie cups.
this is the
They just
second
like,
annual.
One of them is pretty
This is
and
the second
deadly.
annual
God damn it.
Julian Smith, according to Chemical Julian, according to Woods Barbecue, is being hosted at my house with Adam Woods Grill. We're both putting in on the meat. But we're gonna put Bad Blood and Husky's name on the. Wait, what? Why?
Free
Shit,
barbecue.
I'm coming with the Dixie cups. I don't know what y'all
I thought you were coming with the Dixie Chicks, which is a different show
I mean,
altogether.
I would come with
Once
them.
again,
I'd come all
we are doing these
Here, I'll bring the water.
and fatal
bring the water.
four-way matches when everybody's got a cup but they ain't chipped in. How you
Man.
show a match?
But they were
No,
part of
here's the
storyline.
deal.
You ain't got no title.
You
That's
guys-
all I'm saying.
That's surface level, right? This is the fall of NXT UK, unfortunately. My favorite WWE brand, probably in the last 10 years, right? The only appointment WWE program that I've watched definitely in the last 3 years. And 2 of those were pandemic years. So I'm just
We made
saying.
a purpose on the show not to mention it because we didn't want Nick Khan.
Well, now we
Yeah,
can.
see, this is what happened. Look.
Nick Khan or Tony Khan?
Nick Khan.
I got
Nick Khan.
$6,000 in cash. Listen,
Okay.
$6,000 in cash. That is 5 years of NXT UK's POs. Okay. So Nick Khan was
They
like,
still have better belts, sir.
Nick Khan was like,
Yeah, they
is that
do.
the taxes for
They
all
do.
the other shows? Don't worry about that. That
They do
itemized
have
line.
better belts. They do have better belts.
Wait. I mean, the pro wrestling climate is in Star Trek mode. Do you guys realize this?
Speak on it.
Because both AEW and WWE is suffering the wrath of Khan.
Oh,
That was a dad joke, ladies and gentlemen. That was all Adam Woods, ladies and gentlemen. It did not reflect those of the Roundtable Person podcast and or bodyslam.net. Dad jokes for the win.
Okay, Smoking Guns. Jesus.
Oh man. Hey, but look, wow. Scissor me daddy. But speaking of Scissor me daddy, then we go to
Whoa.
Sunday's big
Scissor.
show, All Out. We got John Moxley versus CM Punk for
Yeah.
the AEW Women's Champion and World Championship. We got the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Bucks taking on the Dark Order. And Hangman Adam Page. I didn't update that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. In the finals for the AEW Trios Championships. Then we have, oh my gosh, there's so much shit going on, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have Tony Storm versus Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida versus Jamie Hayter for the interim AEW Women's Championship. Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaim for the AEW World Tag. Hold on, let me get through the card before you shit on them. AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Jade Cargill versus Athena for the TBS Championship. Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Will Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Penta El Zero Miedo, Ray Phoenix, Dante Martin, Rush Andrade, and the Joker in the Casino Ladder match, which is probably going to start to show off. We got not Jungle Boy, not Jungle Man.
Jungle
what did he say he was going to do?
Jungle Jim Steele.
He's going to come out as Jack Perry. Jack Perry versus Christian Cage. Right now, Brian the American Dragon Danielson versus Lionheart Chris Jericho. And on the preview show, House of Black versus Miro, Sting, Darby Allin. The AEW All Atlantic Championship for 0 hour. We're going to have Kip Saban finally making his in-ring return, taking on the boy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Pac. Hook taking on Angelo Parker for the FTW Championship, and Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie effing Kingston.
Yes. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's weekend, the match of the year.
This weekend, I can say this right now. Julian and I are going to be fucking tired. We're going to fucking hate wrestling.
We're going to take a week off after that.
All y'all on the East Coast are going to be hating life come Tuesday.
Also, Jamie Hayter, right? I mean, that might be the AEW women's locker room opinion of Thunder Rosa, no?
Jamie she hates
allegedly,
shout out to Thunder Rosa, though.
Allegedly, Conan.
Oh, sorry, Jace. You're right. They did add one more match.
They added
AAA Unified, the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championship match. I really don't give a fuck about this match anyway. But it's Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello versus
two people you can't remember.
I feel like it's Billy Boy
Ruby
and
Soho
Fabi Apache.
Ruby Soho and
Ortiz.
Ruby Soho and Ortiz. Look.
Wow, that is
Tony Khan. God damn it!
Are they keeping them together?
Yeah,
yes.
Together.
Just because they're
just because the Ortiz is a 10-hour fighting.
This show is officially a week. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. Hey, I'm really surprised that House of Black just isn't black people.
That's on
SmackDown. That's on SmackDown.
Hit Row.
That's Hit Row.
Well, at least they're not in Spartan helmets, like Farouk.
Wow.
Hey. The first thing I said when I saw them rush the ring, and I saw them all four in the ring, all five.
What are they doing?
I'm like, if they brought Bianca Belair in there, Street Profits, Hit Row, Bianca, and fucking Brianna, B-Fab, that's the new Negro division right there, buddy.
I mean,
they would call the Juneteenth party.
Juneteenth. I should have worn my Juneteenth shirt.
That's the name for good faction, Juneteenth.
Yeah.
I think it'll go over many people. Yeah, many people's heads. But speaking of heads, Roosh. Hey, you said like when you saw them rush the ring, it's pronounced Roosh. First off, and he's on the other show.
Rush.
So let's break down this AEW show real quick because we can go from the top to the bottom. Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston.
I'm looking for Kingston to win this match. And
they're gonna beat the shit out of each other. I love it.
Yes, they're gonna fuck each other up, dude. This is gonna be one of the most violent, hard-hitting matches you'll ever see.
Yeah.
The only problem with this is that Kingston, who has lost every fucking match, every pay-per-view match, like seriously, Kingston is the POB. He is the put-over boy for everybody.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
And I'm gonna go with the guy that I can't pronounce the name of.
Tomohiro Ishii.
Yes.
There's Ish, and then there's a E.
Ishii. That's what I'm gonna go for.
Then we have Hook versus Angelo Parker or Ange Parker with his boy. They're gonna get a taste of the title. They get a taste of the title.
Hook's gonna win.
Jesus Christ.
Hook's gonna beat that ass in like 2 minutes.
Hook's gonna win.
Dude, I was liking those two. You know, when they came over from the NXT, I was like, oh man, like they're awesome. And then them with Jericho are obnoxious. Let's go away, Heat.
Jericho appreciates society. I'm sorry, dude, Jericho put over society.
Wait. You're talking about Kingston being the put over person, but look at Hager. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
40-year-old and a legit MMA background and collegiate NCAA
We,
background.
the people. He's forgotten
Yes.
the way.
I mean,
Hager
I'm
can't
sad
win a
to
match
say-
if he was by himself right now.
that's what I'm saying. It's just it's weird to me. AEW is like
minutes there robbing your house.
and so who's the newest big guy that they got? Who just debuted?
No,
Morrissey.
Yeah, Morrissey.
The former Big Cass,
Morrissey.
right? So what is special about him that the Murder Hawk Monster, dumbest name ever, right?
Thank you!
Or
Thank
Wardlow, another
you!
dumbass name, or the 7-foot Indian gentleman, right? And I'm not
Satnam
saying,
Singh.
Scat Daddy, whatever his name is.
Scat
God, Daddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah.
You are shitting on people?
his words.
Literally, he's tall. He's tall. So if he shits, gravity happens, and he shits
My
on
boy
everyone.
says scat
Because he's
daddy
so-
because he's shitting on
because-
people.
Yes, because
That's shat
he's
daddy.
tall. So if you and I were next to him, and I actually being backstage at AEW Ontario, the gentleman, if he took a shit while he was standing, he would have shit on me. Those are facts. Those are facts. Like just vertically, I'm vertically challenged. He isn't. So yeah, so it's self-defecating humor is what I'm saying. But anyway,
did there.
But again, like, why is it? Like Hager is just a dude, like
But he's so good.
But AEW, right? When it first started, it was like the land of the vertically challenged is what I'm gonna go say, right?
Vertically challenged.
And then now they got big guys, and they're just another guy.
They don't know what to do with them.
That's what I'm saying.
They
And
don't know where to put them.
and
You got Wardlow. You got Putnam Singh. You got
Putting him sing.
that's about it.
Making him sing.
what is it? What is it? In Mick Foley's book, T and Some Brown, right? Isn't it?
Omos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's better than Omos.
Your brother?
Jesus Christ, he's better than Omos, which isn't saying
Which
much.
almost hasn't been seen.
Oh, nobody's better
No,
than
he hasn't been Satnam Singh,
He's
Shane.
better than
God,
Omos.
But okay,
You guys are fucking ridiculous.
as much as I love AEW, I was somebody who loses a little bit of respect for Cody Rhodes, right? For going to the Evil Empire, going back, right? Hear me out, right? But you guys mentioned they don't know what to do with big guys. Well, guess what? Look at the three that are opposite the Dark Order, the EVPs, right? And look at how they book stuff, right? We've gone through this. I don't think they're big draws. It's been substantiated for me. Yes, they can sell t-shirts in Hot Topic, but at a time where WWE's product was subpar at best, that anything would have been better than WWE. So with that all being said, Cody's departure makes more sense to me now, and I'm getting a little bit more respect for Cody because listening to Kenny Omega's weird promo talking about how he compares us to cat litter, I'm just saying, like, Cody, go get that WWE more money. I'm just like, go ahead. This is a nice little mercy kill for Brandy to not have to wrestle, man. You got out of that one. And you're like, but I want to wrestle. I'm Dusty's daughter-in-law. I know how to work. And then Vince is like, well, pal, you can come back with the number that you want, but the missus, she's gonna sit on the sidelines, and that was a nice way out.
If I could see some of those chocolate, Eddie.
Oh,
Actually, it's bestiality sex, sir. Jesus.
Get fair.
Get it
It's not
right,
9 o'clock
or-
yet. God dang it.
Get it right or pay the price. But yes,
Exactly.
we will live a lifetime of a laugh of memories. Anyway, AEW's booking is weird. It is absolutely weird. The title, like, what does a FTW title mean over the Mid-Atlantic Championship, right? And by holding such title, is it like the IC belt of old, where that was a precursor to the big run with Hogan, right?
No,
And
it's the European title.
Yeah, but see,
It's the
title.
D'Lo Brown title.
Yeah, but
the European title was slapped.
so and it's weird, right? Because I was actually pondering this, right? Because I was watching a video about David Von Erich and how they were grooming him for the NWA title before his unfortunate passing, or Ted DiBiase, who they were grooming for the NWA title. Or
the word grooming has a negative connotation.
This is what has been said.
Time.
This is what has been said by the historians. So I feel like, historically speaking, I think we're good. And nobody's talking about Elvis here. So there you go. Let's talk about grooming. But that's another story for another day. But also, but with this all being said, I just find it hard to watch a AEW program from start to finish. Am I the only one?
No, because let me tell you,
no.
When I watched the last CM Punk segment, his promo in Chicago, oh man, it was like eating a 5-pound bag of rice with a 3-ounce glass of water.
CM Punk hater.
It got stuck in my throat. I just couldn't swallow that shit.
Listen here, Marie Shadows. Okay.
Okay. So
before you go any further, Adam, I want to say this. Adam and I came from a group, and this group was moderated by a gentleman who shit on AEW so much because his dick was shoved so far in the WWE's ass that all he could say was, WWE is this, WWE is that, WWE is the best thing in the world, AEW fucking sucks, AEW fucking sucks, AEW fucking sucks. Literally, even right now on his fucking Instagram, he will take a picture of himself in an airport and an AEW guy is in first class, and he'll be like, this guy bumped me from first class. You are a fucking airport attendant. This guy is a fucking professional wrestler. Of course, he's going to bump your ass from first class. Stop whining about AEW fucking sucking, because here it is. WWE is a product. AEW is a product, right?
Yeah.
WWE's product has fucking sucked for goddamn years. It's been horrible. It was so bad that our tagline was, we watched Raw, so you don't have to.
So you
That's
don't
how
have
bad
to.
it was. It was horrible. It was the worst shit on television.
But then,
literally.
Papa
then
H.
Triple H took over, and now things are getting good. Things are getting better. I'm not going to say they're perfect, because look at our WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Things aren't as bad as they were, but they're way better than they were. Correct. AEW is still light years ahead of them in wrestling matches, storylines, because their storylines actually last. WWE developed the storylines, started developing storylines, what, fucking 6 weeks ago? AEW's been doing it for 3 years. So you can shit on AEW as a product because you don't like the people that work there, or you can look at AEW as a alternative to a product that you've been watching your whole life that has taken a big shit on you. It's like
who's been on top?
Syndrome.
Who's
it's
been
like
on
Stockholm
top?
Syndrome. You know what I'm
Who's
saying?
on top of much of the unwatchable years? Everybody wants to shit on Bret Hart's low attendance and low drawing power as WWE.
No. It was Vince. Vince ran the whole thing with shitty guys like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, because Vince was on the ring. Vince was the one part of the Shield.
What I'm saying is, hear me out. This is what I'm saying. Things are getting better in the WWE now that Vince is not running it.
Right.
So just because they're getting better doesn't mean you can be like, oh, AEW fucking sucks because Triple H is not running WWE.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So you have to look at products. Like you would never see Tomohiro Ishii in WWE because, Vince would have been like, oh, hey, choppy your PP. That would have been his fucking gimmick. Or he would have been a fucking dude running around with fucking rice patties throwing salt in your face. That would have been his gimmick. Why? Because he's Asian. Ooh, Asian people do that. Fucking
Vince
racist
is pretty
shit.
Racist. Vince is
Okay.
pretty
Then you go, and then we got WWE, right? So what do they do? Since you want to bash AEW, let me tell you, WWE. What do? They take the 4 black men and put them all in a black group because they're black men in a black group. Just because.
Yes.
Okay.
That's some racist shit.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Which group are we talking about?
I'm talking about the new Negro division.
Oh, okay.
Fucking you got guys who drink solo cups because all black people drink. Obviously, we're all alcoholics and going to the party and shit. We're all dancers and rappers.
I was happy. when it was like the
the Hurt Business
House
made it
Party
fire.
2. Yeah, I mean, no, we're good.
But then you put like Hit Row in there with them. So now you got rappers and you got we're rappers and we wear basketball shorts and we wear Jordans. We're not wrestlers. We just thugs and all we can do is rap because it's all black people do.
Well, they never said
That's still some WWE fucking racist shit.
Like Jordans.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I get everything that you're saying, Blood. And again, Blood, and there might be some gangster connotations there, but anywho, so he hates Hit Row, 10 points. So here's the thing: WWE is the toast of the town now, right? Under Triple H's, kind of regime, him, Stephanie, Nick Khan, what have you, but minimal effort. Hiring back a Dexter Lumis, hiring back a Dakota Kai, and then calling up Io Shirai, right? Tourette's Drew McIntyre. We're wrestlers and wrestlers, right? So, yeah, but when you think about it, you guys were just talking about the Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins deal, right? These are very incremental things, right? Triple H hasn't gone on and hugged anybody, right? Triple H also hasn't, said it was going to be an earth-shattering whatever. He just nose to the grindstone and did the work, and a lot of it that he was permeating, in NXT and NXT UK respectively, and that's why on the WWE offering, I, for one, I'll speak for myself, I'm looking more forward to the Worlds Collide and hoping the NXT UK contingent retain and gain a championship, because those titles look way better than any other titles in the WWE universe. That's another story for another day. Tony Khan and Eric Bischoff actually mentioned this on his last 83 Weeks podcast. He was talking about how maybe Brian Gewirtz isn't available because he's working with The Rock and $7 and Young Rock or whatever, but somebody of that writing ilk, right, that can take ideas and kind of sift them down, because Tony Khan is essentially wearing 16 different hats, and also the face of the company. And as a student of the game, as Tony Khan presents himself, we know, look what happened to ECW. Look what happened to Herb Abrams, UWF. Look at anything where somebody was just like the one guy. Now, and also, I mean, the latter day Vince McMahon, right? The Vince McMahon of the last 10 years, where everything, you're basically writing as a writer or producer, basically doing things to make one person happy. So you would think that Tony Khan, if he's so, such a student of the game and so different than what's happening in Connecticut, he would kind of learn in history and go like, hey, maybe I should get some help. Maybe I should get a contingent. Now, the last AEW kind of backstage meeting where he promoted, Tony Schiavone and a multitude of other people. I think Chris Daniels got a promotion, what have you. That's a step in the right direction. But also, some of the names, although I'm happy for them, they don't have too much of an experience in doing the things that they do. Chris Daniels has probably booked travel for, maybe his run, in New Japan, during the, the Inoki days of NJPW, and then maybe helped out in TNA, booking maybe the SoCal contingents, flights and everything like that. But Bully Ray is on the open market, and he's a kind of a decisive figure, as most people in wrestling are. But back in ECW, those are the guys that Bully Ray was basically getting the money from the towns. You got Taz, who's already on your roster, who is doing the t-shirt designs. A lot of the t-shirt designs that we love and hold so dear, his shirts, the Sandman, the Quote the Raven Nevermore, iconic shirts, that was all done by Taz. He's already on your roster. What, unless he's just like, I don't want to do anything but commentary. I don't know what you're doing. There's so much. To be fair,
he's been doing commentary all his life after his last match.
So Adam, here's the biggest thing, Adam, that you just said. Triple H just stopped WWE from stepping on their own dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that's a huge accomplishment, that was a major accomplishment because Vince McMahon was tap dancing on his own dick, quite literally. I mean, for the past few years.
Stand back.
Stand back.
He's actually shuffling.
For you to just stop, like being your own worst enemy, is quite the accomplishment. And you know what? And I can't bash Vince. I can't badmouth him because
it's too easy.
The wrestling business is such a unique animal where so many people have started to live their own gimmick, to buy their own hype, started to just buy into their own fantasy, that it's happened to Ric Flair, it's happened to Shawn Michaels, it's happened to so many guys over and over and over who should know better and who probably said, "Oh no, it would never happen to me." I 100% believe that Vince and all the shit that we've seen in the past few months, I really think that he bought into the whole Mr. McMahon character, and that's the gimmick that he was living and the fantasy that he was living, because that's what made the 80s, that's what made the 90s hot. And Mr. McMahon was the shit. Mr. McMahon was this, Mr. McMahon was that. That aside, having a heavy dose of reality and knowing better and being the owner of a company, you're expected to do better. But even that aside, I mean, you're running a company, and when you're running a company, you have to look out for the product and the people and bottom line and so forth and so on. And so Triple H could look like a superstar just by not fucking up. That's like you being someone's new boyfriend just by not cheating. Like, hey, I'm a better husband.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
and it's not bad. I mean,
I don't cheat and I don't smoke crack. I'm the best thing she's
ever bad
had.
what you're saying either, you know?
Decade.
Like,
whoa, look at me. Look at me. Right? You're not really doing nothing except not
you're
smoking
just there.
crack. You're just there.
Except smoking crack. So
I'm
look.
not smoking jack and fucking raw dog and prostitutes. Oh, look at me. I'm just a great guy. I mean, come on. So Adam's making a face.
Because
but
one thing you'll learn about this show, one thing you guys will learn about this show is that we don't favor one promotion over another, because every promotion is shit. Every promotion has a little bit of shit in their promotion. Look, for instance, we have Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. That's probably going to be a good match, but I'm sick and tired of seeing fucking Chris Jericho. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing him every fucking show. I'm sick and tired of fucking Chris Jericho. Okay? Tony Storm, Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter. It is Jamie Hayter's time to shine. If any one of the 4 women in this match win this championship, it should be fucking Jamie Hayter. I'm sick of there's a built-in storyline. They were talking about this last night on
there's 2
with Adam and who were you with last night? What's the blonde girl's name?
Christy Olsen and Steve Kaufman.
They did a show last night, and they basically said the same thing that I'm saying now. There is a built-in storyline with Jamie Hayter sneaking up and winning this championship, and it building a fucking storyline between her and Britt Baker, trying to break them up and give Jamie a chance to shine. Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaim. The fucking Acclaim need to win these tag team belts. For one, I'm sick and tired of Swerve. Sick and fucking tired of Swerve. I think the Acclaim are the rightful world tag team champions.
Did you buy the shirt?
Hell yeah.
Wardlow and FTR. Wardlow FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. I gotta say, I'm going for the Machine Guns and Jay Lethal, because Jay Lethal has been getting his ass beat every fucking time. He's lost every fucking match. The Wardlow and FTR, they have all the titles. They don't need a win. You gotta give a win to the people coming from Impact Wrestling. Give the Motor City Machine Guns something, because that right there. And if it were me, I would book like Chris Sabin. Fuck it, I will book Alex Shelley to go over on one of FTR, because now you got a built-in match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. You know what I'm saying? You can have the Machine Guns. You can have FTR. Fuck it. Machine Guns, FTR, the Bucks, fucking the Acclaim. Throw in fucking
beer money.
No, throw in fucking the
America's Most Wanted.
Penta and Phoenix. Have that kind of match, dude. If you had that money. Speaking of Penta and Phoenix, this fucking casino ladder match, I'm gonna tell you,
It's like a
it would be cool to have
match.
MJF come in and win. It would be cool, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be fucking Dante Martin's brother.
Oh,
and it's gonna be a whole because if you look at the way the ladder matches are set up, you got Ray Phoenix and you got Penta.
so you have
got-
actually that for the Joker.
You got
Your
the
final
Blackpool
answer.
Combat Club.
It's
Then
gonna
you
be
have-
EC3 because he ain't got no friends no more.
Yeah. He can't come here and control his narrative. That's for damn sure.
No.
Starks and Hobbs. Ricky Starks is the new Rock. Ricky Starks is the fucking new rock star of wrestling. He needs to go over in this match, in my opinion. Jade Cargill versus Athena. I'm sorry to say this, but Jade Cargill needs to lose that TBS championship.
Yeah,
She's running out of steam. She's running out of fucking steam.
Is Athena
37 and 0. I know that she needs to run, and it needs to be because of one of the baddies. One of the baddies needs to fuck up and cost her the belt.
I don't know. I feel like Athena's run, and I don't know, because everybody was talking about AEW's women's division not being up to snuff, and now it is. Like they've got one of the best, women's division in all of wrestling. I mean,
they just don't use them right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I would actually prefer, to have Ruby Soho and Athena swap positions, and Athena go with whoever in the mixed tag, and Ruby Soho. You don't think so?
The matches were because the matches that Ruby had with Jade Cargill, Ruby looked fucking horrible.
Also, though, I mean, there's
you
a
see
whole
Ruby and Peter
compilation
Avalon
of
up together, and
there's a whole compilation that I've set to Heaven is a Place on Earth, like a weird saxophone version of it, of Jade Cargill fucking potatoing the shit out of everybody that she's worked with, Ruby Soho included. I think they could have a nice clean match, right? And they could really, Rancid, of all people, one of the greatest punk bands ever, licensed the name and the song Ruby Soho. You might as well get some ROI or return on investment on your initial investment in Ruby Soho. So I would have her go over to Jade, or even Jamie Hayter. If you don't want to.
Hey, I'm just going to tell you now. Athena's not going to go over Jade just simply because.
No, she ain't.
I used to be with a chick who kind of reminded me of Athena, and as much as I liked her and whatnot, she wasn't a legit champion. She was a transitional champion.
Oh, and, okay.
She
was there until you. She was there until your girl.
Well, it looks like I would have retained the title and win the title in the weekend.
Was it a transitional champion or a champion in transition? Those are two different deals.
That's Swerve and Our Glory. They're transitional champions. They got the belts.
The Acclaim is gonna win.
The Acclaim drop the belts to fucking FTR, which is gonna be bad.
Is that
the Elite? The Elite versus the Dark Order. I see, and this is gonna be funny. I want the Dark Order to win the titles.
I want
Dark Order.
I want a run-in of Sunny Kiss, Nyla Rose, and Vicky Guerrero to win the trio tag team. So it could really be the Dark Order.
I thought he was gonna say the Trust Busters. I was about to boot him from
the show. It's more. it's more Swerve in Our Glory.
Oh my gosh!
I want to see Powerhouse Hobbs running with full force.
Whoa!
Kick your fucking
all right, jumping Jim Farmer. Jumping Jeff Farmer. You're gonna backstab me one way or another.
Then we got the main event: Jon Moxley versus CM Punk for the AEW World Championship. CM Punk's winning the title. We already know this.
Yes.
I think this is just what I think. I think that Moxley won the championship because in that kind of fashion because he has been busting his ass as champion all this time, keeping that championship alive, making that championship mean something. And for him to lose the belt, I mean, to be like he's been claiming, he's been upset about the whole fact that they keep calling him interim champion. He even said, "I'm the fucking world."
Wait, what are we talking about? What are you talking about?
He's like,
interim champion.
I'm the fucking world champion. I'm not interim anything.
Wait, don't you have to beat said champion? Like now, sans, now we're on the other side of him and Punk and the unification, right? Like now you can call yourself a world champion because, again, in the words of Ric Flair, to be the man, you got to beat the man. So he's beaten the man, theoretically speaking, right? And literally speaking, but also, so what I'm getting at, yes. So what I'm getting at is this particular match with Moxley. He says that he doesn't like to be called interim champion, but this whole bloody time he's been defending what? An interim championship. And then when he's up there with Punk, the lineal AEW champion, he goes, "This doesn't mean anything." Then what was the last 6 weeks?
Threw it on the fucking ground.
Yeah. What is the last 6 weeks? What were you defending?
That's the shit I'm talking about. Like he just walked. He was like, "Fuck this belt," and threw it on the ground. And here's the thing: he's like walking on the belt and shit, stepping all on it. I'm sorry, but these belts in my trophy case, they do not get treated like shit. They don't sit in my motherfucking bag. None of that shit.
Belt didn't mean shit. He said Punk's belt didn't mean shit until they unified the belts.
He
unified the belt when he won the title.
Yes, it is. That is completely asinine. It is asinine to me for you to have an interim champion. Now, my son and I, we had this full discussion. He was like, "Well, UFC has interim champions." I was like, "Fuck that! If you're a title holder and you can't defend it, hand that shit over."
Yes, right.
But
you stripped of that motherfucking title. That's how it's supposed to be.
But also, so I am not.
You got 30 days.
Right. So wait. So I'm not a fan of MMA, interim championships either, especially in the UFC. If Dana White can go like, "Oh, I don't like, a division in every 10 pounds or whatever," then why have an interim champion? It's again asinine, right? So, but I get why this Moxley squashing of Punk happened. You do it to necessitate what we ended up getting on Wednesday, right? Which is a phenomenal promo by Mox, was a phenomenal promo by Punk. A phenomenal. No. Here's the deal. That Ace Steel, it added realism.
Realism.
Okay, what? Okay, please.
Go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Julian, look, I'm usually the one that goes on the rants.
My rant's on record, but please go ahead.
I usually go on the rants. I'm usually the one that have all these crazy rants, but Julian popped off yesterday.
This was the worst acting I've seen in my life.
Okay.
This was he went from I lost my smile to fired up and ready to fight within 3 minutes because Ace Steel came and slapped the shit out of him.
Wait.
Bullshit.
Did you guys know who Kamaru Usman is? Do you know who Kamaru Usman is?
Yes.
Do you know who Joe Rogan is?
Yes.
So Kamaru Usman was on Joe Rogan today, right? Yeah. And he just lost his welterweight championship, right? At the I guess acclaim of his career, where he was about to beat or at least tie Anderson Silva's record for most title defenses, right? And what ends up happening? He gets KO'd by Leon Edwards, a fight that he was winning, right? And by his own self-explanation, he goes, and he, pronouns pal, being Kamaru Usman, says, "You know what? I fucked up. My game plan didn't work, right? I talked to my coach or whatever." What Leon did, and all respect to Leon, because what my game plan was, I didn't execute it the way it was supposed to be done, and Leon capitalized it, and a fight that I was winning, I got KO'd. And he was like, I essentially fell asleep for 20 minutes, right? All I could decisively remember is, hey, I'm going to get him this way, and then waking up in the ambulance 20 minutes later. Now,
knock the fuck out.
Interviews were given, hands were shaken, hugging a family, pictures were taken in this 20-minute span from him getting KO'd to remembering it in the ambulance. And I say all that to say, right, if Kamaru Usman has a revitalized kind of sense of championship, right? Where the pressure of being a champion was too great. Guys like Matt Hughes, guys like George St. Pierre, guys like Eddie fucking Guerrero have said being the world champion was too big of a weight for my hefty shoulders. I am going to do this. And it's actually a relief to do this. So that's what made Punk and Ace Steel's kind of segment all that much more real to me post this last UFC, because again, revitalization of spirit. That's the, you know, basically Ace Steel was right. Ace Steel was Leon Edwards making Punk go to sleep for a theoretical 20 minutes, but now he's awakened and he's ready to go for that fucking title, right? And that's exactly what you need. This is what you needed, because who else was going to face Moxley, right? MJF is not going to be in the Casino Battle Royal. He's not going to be the Joker. You know, that's not going to happen. And no, for MJF,
going to end up being fucking Darius Martin. Some shit.
No, that guy is the country guy with the narrating the Flair things, and he used to be Hootie from the Blowfish, right? Darius. No, wrong Darius. Anywho.
Okay, let me tell you why I don't buy that for a minute.
Okay.
CM Punk is from Chicago. This is his hometown, and he's punk rock. He's DIY. We do it ourselves. We kick ass and we take names.
Yeah, why?
We rip the weak to shreds.
We eat them.
What the fuck did he do? He walked out in his hometown after his, I went to give an enziguri and my injured foot went and got re-injured, and I ended up tapping out to this guy who's the interim champion, and I lost my championship, and now I'm just I've lost my smile. Okay, if your foot was that fucking injured, you can't wrestle 2 weeks later. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, you're punk rock. If you're punk rock and you can do it yourself, then why the fuck didn't you do this last week and you're losing your title? Why didn't you suck it up? Why didn't you go and put the fight back into the fight and go ahead and fight Moxley? No, because you're not gonna.
Because the pressure was too great, Julian.
No, fuck.
Yeah, no.
And it takes
the pressure of being a WWE superstar was too great. Going 0-2, in the UFC was too great. Getting his ass kicked in the movie with the house by the Soska sisters.
For the voice, and he cannot be a voice for himself.
Boom. And on that note, we're going to go to a commercial break while Shane gets the simulation ready. 2K, baby. We'll be right back.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Big everywhere I go, all around the globe, sold out.
Right.
Hey, Riddle, how's the family doing?
Wait,
best promo ever.
The man is not Becky Lynch.
Oh man, we got to make
Holy
this whole
shit.
straight.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Right. I'm still thinking about what fucking.
That's right. You don't have a family because your wife
she fucking
you don't
left.
want nothing to do with your bitch ass.
Oh,
Was that the greatest promo ever?
He was like,
I think not.
Hey, Riddle, you still there?
Yeah, bro, what's up?
Oh man. Okay. All right, Shane. Hold on 1 second. Let me make it to where only your screen is
Yeah.
seen. Fuck it.
Hopefully we can hear our audio.
Oh my
as well.
god.
MJF's promo at the
shit.
forum was better.
No,
Yes, man. MJF was on fire that night.
Yes, he was. And yes, we can.
Si se puede.
Si se
Can't do it, bro.
puede.
Well, let me do it.
Oh no.
Hey,
No,
Adam,
you gotta. You gotta.
are you watching? Are you watching Clash of the Castle tomorrow?
Nope.
What are you
Fuck,
doing?
10 a.m.
Working. I do anything not to watch. Not WWE NXT.
I was gonna say, if you're watching the show, I'll be here at the house, man. So cruise on by if you want.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I can work later.
All right, Shane.
Oh,
you
there
go.
we go. All right.
I got the mango cart with your name on it.
Okay. Got you.
So we're about to have one of our Clash of the Castle matches. Your boy
The
Matt
class
Riddle
Western.
taking on Seth friggin'. Hey Matt, are you still there? Hey,
Did they
fuck your
both
family,
die and go
Rollins.
to heaven?
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. I gotta switch my audio.
Oh shit! Are they wrestling God in the triple
But
threat
yeah,
match?
you'll see. You'll see.
That's JBL.
The wrestling god.
Wrestling God.
Here you go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Clash of the Castle.
His song sounds like a bunch of farts.
A bunch of really hot farts.
Yeah, right after
Really
lasagna.
hot farts.
Spicy lasagna.
Ooh, spicy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds,
Corey Taylor.
Rollins!
He only has one name, Rollins.
A Latin.
Oh,
dude
that's
from
Vince
Davenport,
booking,
Iowa.
Shane.
That's crazy.
He looks like the Emperor has no hose.
Why has nobody stolen the Morris Day and the Time together?
Oh, right?
Why is he wearing one glove?
Because he's a Messiah.
Like Michael Jack? Because the 2 gloves are too expensive?
Yeah.
Not when he's spending it on crappy suits.
What? Hallelujah. Whoa.
Okay, Reverend Devon. The back of his, the back.
Representing RK from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 216 pounds, Riddle.
The back of his shirt looks like Angus Young from AC/DC.
Sorry, man,
Yes.
yeah, audio at the same time as the game. Shit. Oh well. So guys, who do you think will win, Rollins or Riddle? And who?
I'm gonna go for Riddle. I'll take Riddle.
Yeah,
for
I'm going for
500,
Riddle,
please.
me not.
And who do you think has nice nipples in the bag, Riddle or Rollins?
Hey, Adam, how are the pugs
Riddle.
doing?
Okay.
They're misbehaving.
All right.
How's Sasha?
Sasha is living her best life, man.
Bro.
Bro. Bro kicks, bro
Yeah.
kicks, bro punches.
Rollins,
Palm
like
slaps,
Riddle is actually
palm strike.
wailing on Rollins right now.
Yes.
This will actually happen tomorrow morning.
Ooh, a kick to the nuts.
Tomorrow
Another
morning, ladies
kick
and
to the
gentlemen, 10
nuts.
a.m. Join us live. It's gonna go fucking crazy.
And a
Bro.
senton.
Wait, so Clash of
Oh,
the
we heard
Castle is before the NXT
Yes.
Worlds Collide?
Yes.
Sunday is NXT Worlds Collide is on the same day as All Out, but different time.
See, the WWE is jobbing out their main card show to NXT. That shows you. That shows you everything you need to know.
Well, I think it's because that NXT UK is ending, and they're going to be off NXT Europe. So it's kind of a bigger deal, and I'm really interested to see how they're going to utilize some of these titles.
Oh,
I'm interested.
you remember?
Yes.
Fatal 4 elimination match for the.
Yeah, he definitely meant to do that.
Championships.
Yeah. Well, also we heard rumors of Triple H basically resigning a lot of the titles.
There's us.
Of course, yes.
So I think that's
get rid of the big W.
Yeah.
The big W.
God
damn it, Shane, what'd you do? Is that some hocus pocus shit?
Yep, there you go. That's courtesy of the Fiend.
Bro, I've already counted to 30. You better wait for like 30 fucking seconds.
Yeah, that's a slow ass count, man.
It's Japanese 20 counts.
It's a video game. It's not meant to be realistic.
Oh, there you go.
Game?
Yeah, definitely not realistic.
There's an AWA game? Yes. My dreams have been answered. My prayers have been answered. AWA.
Hey, Riddle is like in control of this match, though.
I didn't want to see Mr. Electricity Steve Regal and
actually
gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
More like Billy Robinson beat the crap out of everyone.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that Mr. Electricity Steve Regal reference to come out.
I mean, you're kind of in that area,
yeah,
like Pacific
I'm a
Northwest
wrestling thesaurus.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to see Mr. T out here chopping down some trees.
Wait, if you're wrestling the thesaurus, are you in Jurassic Park?
No, I'm not like Luchasaurus.
Oh,
I've been to the La Brea Tar Pits, not in the La Brea Tar Pits.
I mean, never mind. There's a joke there because it's adjacent to Little Ethiopia. Shout out to Ethiopia.
You forget I'm Canadian.
Whoa.
Hey. Did I tell you guys I told people in England I was Canadian because they didn't know where Fiji was?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, so there are people still that think I'm Canadian. They're like, what are you talking about? And when they wanted Coronas, I was like, let me get some Molsons, and some Tim Hortons. That's all the references I knew.
So I can get some poutine.
Oh,
I don't mean pussy. I mean poutine.
Did he go for the my move of low key?
Did I say
yes,
poutine? I meant poutang.
Sorry,
poutang.
My move.
Satay?
Reverse.
That's Pootie Tang. It's different.
Pootie Tang.
Not to be confused with the orange drink.
Put out that belt.
Yes.
God,
we need to do a Pootie Tang watch along.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Shane has like 8 more movies to go.
We can't throw Pootie Tang at Shane or Drew. They wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Okay, or then Borat. Let's watch Borat.
I like 6. Yes, I like 6.
You bunch of no business boiled rat soup eating motherfuckers.
And Riddle probably busted open.
Hey, that's Dave LaGreca's show. That one.
Is that gonna be it?
Wait,
come on, Ref. That was slow as fuck.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. What is busted open in wrestling context? The Dave LaGreca, Mark Henry, Bully Ray podcast, or the way that John Moxley approaches a match?
The way that oh man. Is it the way that John Moxley?
He's like your kiss and wife left you.
What is shooting? What is shooting in the match? Well, what is shooting in reference to? Is it Brian Pillman at fucking Steve Austin's house? Or is
Steve Austin at Pillman's house?
Steve Austin at Brian Pillman's house? Or is it Seth Rollins?
Shoot, right?
And,
that was a definite shoot.
Is it Seth Rollins and fucking Riddle from fucking Monday Night Raw?
Actually, no, it's neither. It's Coco Beware or Coco Ware shooting on a jobber in Memphis in '88.
Oh, my USWA back in the day.
Yes.
Nah,
God, he beat the hell out of that game. Yeah, there you go. Get him, Riddle. This is 4 stars.
Rollins was going to go for that Loki kick, and I was
5
going to say
stars
5
in Tokyo, though.
Whack.
Hey, man, you know what?
Max the Impaler.
Fuck the Tokyo Dome. We need to start giving 5 stars at the Forum.
Like,
Right.
5 stars at
Tyler
the
Black.
Forum, baby. 2 stars
Go
at
for the
Hollywood
BD.
Park, bitch.
No, I think go for the BD.
Hollywood.
Nice.
5 stars at Hollywood Park, motherfucker.
But
Yes.
Right? Like, man, that match is 1 star at the Staples. It's 1 star at the color of the what do you call it? The Olympic Auditorium.
Yes.
You got a half a star at the Olympic Auditorium, bitch.
wow.
You got
Shane,
2.1 star at the
can you
Cow
make a
Palace.
mod?
2.5
Yeah, can you
stars
make a
at the
mod of the
Palladium.
Cow Palace or the Grand
No.
Olympic
I'm
Auditorium?
gonna work on it.
On the PC, I can, but not on the PlayStation.
I'll be like-
sadly.
Palladium.
You got 1 star at the Cow Palace.
You get 1 star. And
Oh,
three.
I told you Seth Rollins was gonna win.
Yes.
No,
This
you did
match-
not.
Was 2.5 stars at the Bakersfield Dome.
And that match was 2.5 stars at the rodeo.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Oh my
I'm the
God.
star of
That
the
match was
show.
1.5 stars at the Anaheim
One
Marketplace.
And I
star.
hope they have
Hey.
a free pair of socks
Oh,
on the
Just
way
shit.
out.
the one and only Impact house show that I've ever been to was at the Bakersfield Dome.
My move.
Oh,
That
my
is
Lord.
facts.
Bakersfield Dome, bro.
Oh,
I've had
Oh,
some great
man.
matches there.
Hey, we gotta get the screen back to normal, man.
No, do the next match. Get the next match
Oh, we
ready.
gotta do the next match? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. All right.
dude,
Then go
Tyler
back to
Bate.
it. Then go back to it.
Tyler Bate.
I mean, he is in this game, but no.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the Roman versus Drew McIntyre match.
Oh no.
I'm gonna
Yes,
do
Can
it.
we have a run in, please?
I mean, I
No, run in.
You
Run
probably
in.
can.
Are you gonna have the
Run
Usos
in.
run in?
No,
Oh, yeah.
no.
They
well,
can't
let's
run
have.
in because they got DUIs. They can't go in.
Actually, all they can do is run.
Well,
in
you know
because
what?
they
They're
got
gonna
DUIs.
sneak in.
They can't drive in. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. All they can do is run-ins. Eli Drake.
I mean, they're used to driving on the opposite side of the road, but they just can't.
Wait.
The country.
Hold on. There's a match that I really want to see. No, don't put Drew in there. Don't put Drew in there.
No.
I need
What
you
was
to do
that?
this match.
Fandango.
I need you to do Dominic Mysterio versus
Uh-huh.
Rhea Ripley.
Oh.
Oh, I can't do that
Hey,
match.
did you guys
I
hear?
can't.
Is he gonna start sucking Rhea Ripley's dick?
Oh, I mean,
Oh. No, I really
Yeah,
can't do that match.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not that fun.
I didn't.
Okay,
even
do
refer
it.
to
Go ahead and do
the-
the championship match.
That's what I'm.
Wait, was that
gonna
the
do.
Fiend?
No. I wish that he was
That
in here. He
really
was supposed to be in here.
dead-looking character? Who was that?
that is the fucker from Game of Thrones.
Oh, Papa Shango. No, my
Oh,
bad.
Sean.
Yes.
There's a pop shot. Wait. Was that Rey Mysterio in the fucking
Yes.
There's
Purple-
like 8
oh my
Rey
gosh.
Mysterios.
Yes, there is.
Rey
Yes.
As
Mysterio's
manager.
game?
One
Here we
manager.
go.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Manager 2.
No.
Jay
God,
Uso.
no.
Jimmy Uso.
Christ.
Put
Put
Jimmy
me
in there
down,
too.
bro.
Give Drew some.
Hey,
like,
Wait. Hold on. You
Come
gonna
on,
do?
man.
You gonna do Jimmy and Jay? Yeah. You gotta put Sammy in there.
God
Okay.
put Sammy in
This is
there.
Clash
God
of the
put
Castle.
Sammy
You
in there.
know the Usos can't be there. They
Is Sammy
can't
gonna do?
travel
No,
with
they
that. They
can.
got warrants.
They can't. They can go there. They can go there.
That's
They
Canada,
just can't go to
Julian.
fucking.
Hey, you sure
They just
about
can't go
that?
to Japan.
That's Canada.
What's revoked?
Yeah, you can't
That's-
go to Canada with a DUI, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotland's
You can
like,
go to Japan with a murder charge. You can't go to DUI with a.
Scotland.
You can't go to
But,
Japan.
you,
you mean Canada
but
with
also
a
you
DUI.
can't go to Saudi Arabia with Sami Zayn. So there's that.
Well, I mean, Sammy don't want to
Scotland's
go there.
like, hey, you're one of us. You're one of us, pal. Come on in.
Wow. Those are Julian's remarks alone, ladies and gentlemen. They do not reflect
Yeah,
those
uh-huh. Those are Julian. Those are Julian.
As long as you fight and drink, we're good.
Wow.
The following content is for the
Eli Drake?
I
He's.
mean, he is in this game, yes, but only as LA Knight.
Oh.
Wow, this.
Hey, it's better
is
than.
that Eli Drake? Really?
You get no maximum male models in this bitch.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
It's
you
time for the
really
match,
can't.
Joey. Yeah.
What's his name? Maxi Priest. Related to
Max
Damien?
Dupree.
Oh, I was close.
Is this one of the Viking Raiders? What the fuck is going
No,
on?
this
here?
is-
Oh, you should have put the Viking Raiders and called them the.
In his homeland.
Well, this is supposed to be a realistic match, though, guys.
The
This is supposed to be
gut
what's going on
It
in the
is.
pay per view.
Hey, anything could happen in the WWE.
Dude,
And
he
that's
made
why
this
anything
sword
can
after his
happen.
mom.
He shoves his sword down and realizes he cuts his foot off. He's like, God damn it.
Ah,
Hey.
damn it.
You know what?
Gotta go to the hospital.
If the Undertaker can get burnt by his pyro and not
That
get
is
caught by the Jimmy Snuka Jr., I
Did you
think
know
he can
that
chop off his foot.
Drew's Twitter handler is at DM McIntyre.
And
Did you know
I'm
that?
taking no sold it.
Really?
Hey, is that crown Drew McIntyre's attire?
Yes.
It's a Drew's Mac attire.
McIntyre. I love it.
McIntyre.
Hey, is Drew related to Jordan from New Kids on the Block? We need to have the McIntyres against the Usos for the WWF Tag Team Champions. Book it, Trips.
Hey, that's that little fanny pack in the front is where he carries his weed.
Okay, so let me ask you guys a question.
Videos?
Let me ask you a question.
Dang,
You
he's
guys see
strapped.
this new fad with
yeah,
people
that's
wearing their
fast.
fanny packs on their chest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
I think it's the stupidest fucking thing ever.
You're ruining the fanny pack.
Also,
But
You ruined the fanny
on my
pack.
cell phone now, they have this feature on Samsung where do video calling. So if someone calls you, a video can play, and it's of this kid, and he's fucking dancing, and they're cool, right? It's like a whole bunch of different kids, and then I realize they're all wearing those stupid fucking fanny packs.
Nope.
Makes me so mad.
Stupid.
Throwback in
Ooh.
the house.
Shout out
ooh.
to Throwback. What's good, boys? Throwback. We over here doing some
Hey,
modulation of the
Yes,
pay per
Look at
view.
this.
Guess what?
The honorary Oos pulling up the back, man. Got his head on.
he looks like he's the leader. Shout out to Sammy being
Hey,
the
man.
leader in this.
Sammy.
Saying, my man, El Generico in the house.
Hey,
Mm.
No,
no,
he's not.
Generico's in an orphanage in Tijuana.
Yeah,
damn
he's
it.
running the orphanage with Elias. He's running the concert.
He did.
Dude.
I bet you're with Jimmy Hoffa, Tupac, and Elvis, right?
And Amelia Earhart, damn it.
Oh yeah,
Get it
Amelia
right.
Earhart. She flew them there. That's why.
You know, Strip and I got them all
Yeah.
locked in the basement making
That's
out.
facts.
Man, we really gotta get Sami Zayn in the show. Oh God, that's our life goal right now.
You can join us on
Yes.
Sunday if you like.
Bring it on.
Yeah,
I'll be watching all that with my friend. Cause I haven't seen my friend. In a
I'll
while.
be watching something on
Hey,
Sunday.
you throw back and swap with me on Sunday because I got to go look at wedding reception venues with the wife.
Hey, Drew Nichols, look at this guy. The
Drew
chemical
Nichols?
guy.
He looks like Nichols.
Oh, that's Nicholas. Man, he looks.
Okay, but anyway, look, he's the big money one, looking out the reception places.
Probably.
Thanks,
Yeah.
throwback.
Solo
You're
Sikoa
supposed to put down
for
spoiler
Sami
alert.
Zayn.
The
I'm
worst drawing champion in WWE history,
Nah.
Ramen Roy.
Not even.
No.
No.
Babel,
The
give me your
company
best
needs
Roman Reigns
him.
impression. Give me your best Roman impression.
He puts
Do it.
food on the table.
Suffering suffragettes.
I don't owe
Pew,
anybody
pew.
nothing.
Oh, Roman Reigns.
I
I'm here to
don't owe
win the title.
anybody nothing.
Wow,
Hey,
ref,
ref.
is crazy.
Generic ref, give me your best Charles Robinson impression.
What did he say about NXT?
And let's get this started.
He's like, hey,
Let's get it started.
NXT
Get it started.
dead.
Oh,
Snake
shit.
Eyes.
FCW.
You know what's weird? How is the guy who jobbed everyone out from Booker T to Scott Steiner and Sting supposed to be the savior of WWE?
Pretty simple, because he's not Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Well, in this game, Drew McIntyre is pretty vascular.
He's pretty
Damn,
wrestling,
pal.
damn it. You know, I got rid of my
Big.
real son for Austin Theory. And now he's just Theory. Not anymore.
Yeah, give people the names back.
Right.
Shelton!
Like Melton.
Shelton!
Well,
Well,
Benjamin.
What did the billionaire at a condo in Connecticut say to a practicing paralegal, allegedly?
Don't get any DNA on that NDA.
Okay, there you go. I didn't have a punchline. That says it. Good job. 10 points. I like it.
These nuts.
Yeah. Actually,
These
he's a
nuts.
genetic jackhammer. I guess also he celebrated a birthday since he's been ousted. So I guess happy belated birthday, Vince McMahon.
Did you see the
No.
young chick that he was with too?
Yeah, he was with a new chick.
Why have I never played that card when I'm having sex? I'm a genetic jackhammer.
Well, there's no time like the present.
That's what
I mean,
I'm saying.
And it's 9 o'clock, so you can
I'm
absolutely
booked-
say
Okay,
that.
so look,
I'm booking my
look,
cards later
Me,
tonight.
look, I went on the show and I had a conversation. Throwback put this out there, so I'm going to put this up here, and I want you guys as a I want you guys comments on this. Okay, look.
Huh?
He doesn't consider NXT to be a developmental. He considers it its own brand, on par with Raw and SmackDown. If this is the case, Roman is not, I repeat, not the true undisputed champion since he doesn't have all 3 main titles.
I agree.
I'm going to shoot for a second. Here we go. Guns out.
Uh-oh.
Braun Breaker, as a champion, could not draw what Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, fucking any of the WWE Raw or SmackDown stars draw, as he is not a draw like that. So, in my opinion, you can't look at Braun fucking Breaker and say that guy is a fucking WWE legend. Fuck that shit.
Oh my god.
That guy can barely fucking speak English.
Oh,
Secondly,
no.
Oh shit.
Secondly, do you really and truly believe that the TikTok tag team can be sell out shows like Ronda Rousey and fucking Charlotte Flair, like Sasha Banks and Bayley? Let's be real. The TikTok tag team was an NXT tag team women's tag team champion.
Okay.
So no, I'm just saying. Just think about this for a second. Do you truly believe that someone like Carmelo Hayes?
He's garbage.
Carmelo Hayes, you think he's better than fucking AJ Styles or fucking?
But how long has AJ Styles been doing it? Bro, how long has Roman been on top?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Because what he's saying is
that's just like saying AEW, right? If they
hear what I'm saying,
if they've had since 1983 when Vince and Linda bought the territory from Vince Sr., like would they be the top level them?
No, I'm not saying that they can't be. I'm not saying they can't be. But what I'm saying is NXT right now, NXT 2022, the wrestlers that are NXT right now, they cannot be looked at in the same and it is nothing about creativity or none of that shit. Nothing about backing the machine, none of that shit. You look at those guys, they cannot be compared to the guys that we have on the main roster right now. You can't look at NXT and say NXT's world champion Braun Breaker is on the same level as Roman Reigns, on the same level as Brock Lesnar.
Wait.
Bullshit.
Wait. Nobody's saying that they're on the same level.
No, he is saying this. That's what I'm saying.
No. Here's the deal.
The reason why that statement is correct is because they constantly refer to Raw and SmackDown as the main roster.
What I'm saying is this.
If Raw and SmackDown are the main roster, then NXT is your developmental. They have inadvertently recognized it as such, or deliberately.
It's always been that way. It's always been the developmental company, FCW, then NXT. So what I'm saying is, you can't say that Roman Reigns is not the true undisputed champion because Braun Breaker is NXT champion. Give me a fucking break. Come on.
Wait. But I think you're being a little bit biased here because
I'm being honest.
No. If you were to look at it honestly, again, Braun Breaker hasn't had how many WrestleManias and how many SKUs that makes him the biggest selling merch mover in history.
Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying
if it's an apples to apples comparison. If you've had Liake, right? Main event Bloody Mania, 10 years ago.
Did you say Liake?
Yeah, that's what he was before.
Yes, yeah.
So
all right, well, that was our 2 matches.
So is the prototype going to be a top level draw anywhere? The global phenomena. Is he going to host Wipeout with the chick from Nailed It? Is the prototype going to do that? Like, if you're being like a apples to apples comparison, again, NXT didn't start in the what is it, the Manhattan Center, commentated by that other guy and Jesse Ventura. I mean, not Jesse Ventura, Vince and Randy Savage, right? Mm-hmm. It's been built in for the last 30 years, almost. Yeah. That WWE Raw or WWF Raw at the time, and then later in the late 90s, early 2000s, that SmackDown was there, and they were all one kind of collective universe. They weren't broken up, until the brand split in the mid 2000s, right? So with that being said, NXT hasn't had that time to develop. And for anybody that kind of goes into like AEW stuff, whatever, again, given a long-standing tradition, right, where people just are synonymous with you and your product as the genre. Nobody goes pro wrestling; they go WWE, right? And like, I've watched Raw, I've watched SmackDown. They'll say that while they're watching AEW. Oh, Chris Jericho was on Raw, not knowing that whatever. How people like, oh, I'm too drunk to drive, I'm going to call an Uber. It could be Lyft, it could be Lime, it could be whatever. There's just that brand recognition that people have, right? And that's what the WWE has. We're not saying that the world champions are comparison, right? But they're their own brand, almost in the vein of 205 Live was its own brand, supposedly, allegedly.
But within
Okay,
WWE,
so I want you to think about this for a second, Julian, before you answer it.
Up somebody from NXT to the main roster.
Yes. Now, hear me out. Triple H is saying that NXT is on par with Raw and SmackDown. He doesn't consider it a developmental program anymore. Okay. So what Throwback is saying is that, I repeat, in this case, Roman is not the true undisputed champion of the WWE.
I agree.
Okay. So
nor does he hold that NXT UK title either.
Okay, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. You have a world champion. You have a regional champion. Is it the world? It's the Universal and the WWE World Championship. That's two championships.
No. It's the WWE Championship, which means it's just like the UFC World Championship.
It's the WWE and the Universal Championship.
The UFC as an organization recognizes this person as their world champion, right? Yeah. As the NW, you could have multiple world champions in the same realm, right? The NWA as an organization recognizes
World
Trevor Murdoch,
World Champion,
right?
The same clip.
Absolutely. So with that being said, NXT recognizes Braun Breaker as its champion, brand champion. They haven't been world titles in quite a while, even though WWE is a world touring brand that inherently would lend itself to be a world championship, right? But the organization that is acknowledging said championships and what they represent is saying this is not a world champion. This is a WWE champion and a universal champion, and we are the WWE universe, right? So nothing else.
Two world championships, two championships together,
right? But that still doesn't necessarily make that still doesn't make it a. It makes it a world championship, but the organization is whatever lineal validation that it's doing.
I understand what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is this: it doesn't make it. It's like saying a college basketball player who's played 1 year of college basketball, okay, is in the same fucking realm of Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? It's like saying it's like saying the guy who plays baseball in the AAA league is like the Nolan Ryan. Is like being compared to Nolan Ryan. You see what I'm saying? There's no fucking comparison. Okay. So when you have a developmental league, you can't say, the Summer Pro League champions are comparable to the NBA World Champions. Makes no fucking sense.
Wait, what is wrestling supposed to be? At its heart,
It's a work. I get it.
It's a work. No. So
it's a sport. It's a sport. It's a sport. I get it.
It's a sport, right? That's supposed to have, definitive. It's supposed to have definitive wins, losses, right?
Yes.
The people. The reason why we're talking about championships because it has to be something to be beholden to the outside world, right? You're recognized as champion, right? So with that all being said, right? If you have a wrestler wrestle like Drew McIntyre says, who's gonna win, Braun Breaker or the unified Universal Champion in wrestling? Braun Breaker's gonna win
any given Sunday.
Now, with that all being said, it doesn't necessarily mean that if we were, let's say, a Brock Lesnar ends up challenging Braun Breaker for the NXT. then it gets all weird, right? But in its current day and age, I would say it's on par because WWE's Unified Universal Championship or whatever, and NXT's champion, well, I think they might be on even keel in terms of what they can do in the ring, in terms of what they can draw, right? Again, Roman Reigns has had almost a decade, of what is it? Recency bias. We've been told by WWE that the Shield is the most dominant faction in WWE history. Balderdash, right? They're not even like in the like Dangerous Alliance and the Hart Foundation. You take any one of those groups and you take them to fight the devil himself, you're going to kick the devil's ass. I'm sorry, right? They're not the most dominant faction, and they
think about what you said. Think about what you said. You said the most dominant faction in the WWE, not the WWF, not the NWA. Right. You said the WWE.
Okay.
Now, the like DX, the Nation of Domination, fucking the Hart Foundation, they were all WWF factions.
Right. So, but here's what I'm saying, right? Roman is as cookie cutter of Vince's vision that we've ever had, because not even Cena, Vince kind of was a late adopter, but it was really Stephanie that was the catalyst for Cena, right? Hogan, even Vince and Hogan's relationship has been kind of oil and water, depending on the time.
I'm gonna put you guys on the chat. I gotta go do something real quick.
Yeah. So what I'm basically saying is, Braun Breaker, given Roman Reigns' push, and time in the business, right? Braun Breaker, I think, could potentially be a bigger star than Roman. And I'm not saying that because most people think that I'm a Roman hater, which I'm not. I don't like the character. I don't identify with the character. That's nothing against Joe Anoa'i, the guy that's playing the character, right? Who I respect so much. What he's been able to do as a leukemia survivor, husband, father, booking dates, going to the towns, being able to work with his family. Amazing, right? But look, you've got Braun Breaker right over here, Bronson Rechsteiner, who his uncle and dad were one of the top tag teams all over the world. Yep. And he gets it done, right? You're going to see the run out of him that we never got out of Big Papa Pump, the one that we were waiting for at Survivor Series when he went up against Triple H.
On that.
Right. This is the run that we wanted. This is, and even before Scott, right? In UWF, Rick was a bigger star. Even Scott will tell you that, right? We're seeing the best parts of Rick and the best parts of Scott in a 2020 presentation in Bronson, and it's amazing, right? So if he had got the same push in his career that Roman did, like, I think in 7 years or 10 years, we'll be talking about Braun Breaker, Bronson Rechsteiner in like over Roman Reigns. Yeah, I think he's got the potential to do it. He's got the widespread appeal. So with that, I'll be and every genre or faction has its own ebb and flow, right? Everybody wants the Attitude Era back and everything. There were not great parts of the Attitude Era. There was not great parts about the Monday Night Wars, right? There's not great parts in everything. I don't particularly like Carmelo Hayes or the guy that he's with. They remind me of every guy that stole my girlfriend in high school. So that's me. Like every guy that I got into a fight with in Inglewood is Carmelo Hayes and the other gentleman. And and I know nothing about them. I tuned into a clip and I was just like, oh, I instantly hate these dudes. I because they remind me of my youths, as Yukon Eric, as Yukon Eric once said. So that's it. I don't dig Tony D'Angelo. I think his presentation not
Tony D'Angelo family.
No,
I
liked it better. I liked it better when it was Little Guido, man. When it was Nunzio.
Hey, man, I love the whole D'Angelo family.
That dude's a shooter. And also, from what I hear in his background, the guy who plays Tony D'Angelo is a legit collegiate wrestler. Do we see any of it? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So that's almost like Justin Gaethje being a world-class wrestler and preferring to stand and bang, right? Or Chuck Liddell, preferring to stand and bang. So going back to the whole Triple H deal, I do believe in my heart of hearts NXT is it's its own brand, and it isn't developmental, because look at all the times that when WWE under Vince McMahon's rule held a pay-per-view or whatever, and oftentimes, right, we would have an NXT takeover on a Saturday, and then on Sunday we would have the WWE presented pay-per-view,
and the NXT show would be like phenomenal.
Right. So how are you trying to say that it's not its own separate brand when it can sell out the Barclays Center on itself, when it can sell out Staples Center by itself? That is not a separate brand. How is it not a separate brand? How is NXT UK not a separate brand pre its implosion? They're all separate brands, as is 205 Live, as whatever the hell is the 24/7 title. I don't even view that as WWE is offering. It's just kind of there. It's filler. It's the 24/7 championship in its division is WWE's AEW Dark. That's what I say. So in my heart of hearts, it's its own separate brand. What say you guys?
And the whole Goku Vegeta thing, Vegeta should always win against Goku. That's my opinion.
I need to show you a meme where there's a action figure on the stove.
He's a Prince of all Saiyans man. Like, come on. Goku is a terrible father. Like, come on. And he's like, oh, I'm back. I'm going to go train. And Gohan is like, well, I want to spend time with you, Dad. And then Goku's like, nah, not really.
Yeah. I know wrestling. I know MMA.
Yeah. Stuff.
I don't know. Goku. Is that the guy from American Idol? Danny Goku?
No. Dragon Ball.
Oh. I've seen him because I shared a meme of this
Dragon Ball.
The person that had an action figure of one of the guys with the hair.
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah, and they put him on the burner of the stove, and they're like, "Oh, what's the
crazy?"
Yeah. Why is the gas so high? And it's because the dude was all like, turning him the Super Saiyan.
Nobody knows.
Saiyan.
Yeah, there you go.
Saiyan.
That's what you be saying.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, there you go.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So, do you guys have predictions on how NXT Worlds Collide how it's gonna go down? Like I said, I want Satomura, Tyler Bate, and the NXT UK Tag Team Champions to prevail and merge the titles.
I do too, but sadly, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Just like I wanted, Nakamura to go over AJ Styles at that Mania, and it never happened.
Nakamura should have won. They should have had an hour match at that Mania. I was so looking forward to that match.
That wasn't gonna happen.
Okay, so before we get off, guys, let's do this. Braun Breaker, Tyler Bate. Who do you got? Adam.
Tyler Bate.
Braun Breaker.
Julian.
Tyler Bate.
Shane.
Braun Breaker.
Okay, so we all think Tyler Bate's gonna win. NXT UK versus NXT Women's Championship: Mandy Rose, Mako Satomura, Blair Davenport. Who you got, Julian?
Mako Satomura. Come on.
Yeah.
2 for Mako. Julian.
Final boss.
Blair Davenport.
Okay,
it's
I
gonna
see
be
what
Mandy
you did
Rose. NXT North American Championship: Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Carmelo Hayes is going to retain the championship.
No,
they're not going to take NXT title away from NXT right now.
No,
and they're not going to put Ricochet down there full time.
No. Yeah, they might.
No, I don't know. NXT UK Tag Team Championship, NXT Tag Team Championships, pretty deadly.
Oh
like
man,
Briggs and Jensen.
Wait, who's the Grizzled Young Veterans?
Well, they're no longer the Grizzled Young Vets. Now they're with
If you take
What's his
Zach
name?
Gibson's shoes off,
Yeah, but they're not in this 4-way.
No,
they're
No,
Rich Wyatt family.
It's
That's
a
what they
fatal
are.
four-way.
the four-way. It's a four-way elimination for the NXT UK and NXT Tag Team Champ. Oh, we forgot the Women's Tag Team Championships. TikTok Tag Team versus Nikki Ash and Doudrop. What do you got, Julian?
TikTok.
I've got the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Chance and Carter.
Yep, same.
TikTok. Okay. All of
The
us got a
TikTok.
TikTok Tag Team. So we got Guileless, Pretty Deadly, Creed Brothers,
Dallas.
Briggs and Jensen for the NXT UK and NXT Tag Team Championships. Who you got, Shane?
Shit, this is a hard one. I'm gonna pick Gallus. Gallus gonna win it. Take it off.
Adam?
Gallus.
Gallus.
Julian?
I would love for the Creed brothers to win, but they're not winning. Roger's
I
gonna
think
cost
I'm going to
them.
go with Gallows too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
all
Brooks and
right,
Jensen.
all right. High five, all of you.
I'm going to go Brooks and Jensen.
It wasn't that the
then we
country duo?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
country duo.
Yeah. Then we got the. Oh, that was it. That was it. That's all NXT UK.
That was
right there.
it.
Oh, best
Yeah,
athlete falls
that was it.
match.
Oh, and Exile.
Nathan Frazier and Aston.
Nathan Frazier.
Oh,
Wait, Viscera?
that match is in. Wait, Nathan Frazier and who?
Exile. A-Kid.
Wait, Viscera?
Oh, A-Kid.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna go A-Kid.
yeah. A-Kid's gonna win.
Wait, isn't Nelson Frazier Viscera?
No,
That
No,
I said
that's
Nathan
Nelson- that's
Frazier,
Nelson
not
Frazier.
the A-Kid.
Okay, so
So
the Love Machine.
Not big Vis.
Nathan could.
I got the Love Machine.
The cool
The
superhero
world's
comic.
biggest
Freeze
love.
moment.
Is that all the cards? Damn.
That's it. That's it.
All
It's
right.
a long weekend of
Shit.
wrestling. Long weekend of wrestling. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m.
9:30.
We got the Clash of the Castle pre-show.
God damn it! I gotta be here early.
That's what I said.
I'll be at work. I'll
I
be
gotta
at
get
work.
some egg
Damn it.
muffins and some hash browns and some shit.
Shit. Hey, fucking mukbang morning.
Mukbang morning, McBang.
Mukbang.
Mukbang morning, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
doesn't
With that being
sound-
said, thank you for joining us here on this interesting episode of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. For your boy, according to Woods, Adam, according to
Don't
Woods, for your boy,
feel
Sean
good.
F. and Husky,
The most is a
for your boy,
stove with an
HMIC,
eye,
Chemical
not a-
Don't
Beauty.
try to shit on me.
Don't shit on him, ladies and gentlemen. Don't shit on him, please. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for
Mr.
joining us.
Hands.
We will see you. We will see you when we see you.